Good morning, class 12, BST. Today is 28th of October. Right. Today we'll be understanding about the features of marketing. Yesterday we had a session on understanding the basics or fundamentals related to the concept of marketing. Today we will understand the features of marketing. Right. People, you have to remember one thing again and again. I'm repeating. Marketing is a very big ocean, and selling is just a part of that big ocean. If selling a product does not constitute marketing, right? Now we'll try to understand the features of marketing. What are all the features? Marketing has got 4 basic or fundamental features. Very important question. Please pay attention. First one is needs and wants. What are needs and wants? Right? So what are needs and wants? There is a difference between the word need, there is a difference between the word want. But usually when we speak, we generally tend to mix and match these words. We mix up these words without understanding the fundamental difference. So let's understand what is a need. Need is a state of deprivation. If a need is not satisfied, a person may feel unhappy, uncomfortable, or probably it may give him pain. It may give him mental agony. That is referred to as need. Example of need I can give is hunger. If you are very hungry, it's a need. It's not a want. Understand? What is want? Wants are nothing but they are culturally defined objects. Potential satisfiers of need. Want will satisfy. So need can be satisfied in so many ways. But when you make a choice of satisfaction, that becomes wants. Say for example, when I am very hungry, maybe I am a South Indian and I prefer idli dosa. When I am making a choice of idli, when I am making a choice of dosa, when I am making a choice of paranta, according to my taste, my preference, then it becomes want. Whatever is available, I am getting something to eat, that is called need. Understand the difference. Got it? So, hunger is a basic need that can be satisfied for a South Indian with the help of idli dosa, for a North Indian maybe parantha. Right? So different kinds of satisfaction. So the ways in which the need is getting satisfied, they are culturally defined objects. For a South Indian maybe idli dosa, for a North Indian maybe parantha, right? So that is referred to as want. Now coming to the next one, creating a market offering. Creating a market offering, that means the product should be in such a way that it should be a one-stop offer. The size, the quantity, the quality, the varieties, the flavors, everything should be there in the product. The product should be as such not raw. When I try to make a choice of purchase, the product should be as such that it satisfies not only the color, the taste. If I want to buy a textile cloth or a sari, the color should be good, the design should be good, the pattern should be good, the material should be good, the price should be reasonable, everything should fit in. There should be a brand also. So that is called a complete market offering, full package, everything in one product. You want a product to be quality wise superb, quantity wise superb, price wise superb, everything to the top end, then it is referred to as creating a marketing offering. Market offering. Customer value. See, this is a very important thing, children. But perception of the buyer is very important in customer value. What do I understand by perception of the buyer? Say for example, if this marker, we'll take example of this marker is worth 20 rupees. We'll assume this marker. But in my mind, I am presuming that 10 rupees my marker I will get. I will get a marker in 10 bucks. So when I go to a shop, here my perception is not matching with the seller's perception. Seller is giving this at 20 rupees. So perception of the buyer, so I tend to argue, I tend to bargain, or I go for a product that can be bought at 10 rupees. So the perception of the buyer is very important. How the buyer perceives the value. Suppose the other person tells to me that this is a branded one, it is very thick and this comes for a longer time, it has more durability, all those stuff, then maybe I am getting convinced. But there should not be a need to get convinced on looking at the product. My perception, my estimate that this is worth this much. The worthiness of the product in my mind should match with the same level that the seller is selling it. That is called customer value. Customer value largely depends upon the buyer's perception. Next one is a very simple one, exchange mechanism. See, fundamentally there are two parties required. One is the buyer, another one is the seller. Two persons are required. Exchange mechanism should enable that the transaction happens between two people. One is the buyer and another one is the seller. And there has to be something in terms of transaction, that is something has to be exchanged. Either money or good. Either of that. Right. Now again comes the question, there should be no coercion or force on the part of the buyer or the seller. They should be having the freedom to choose whether to choose the product or reject the product. That buyer should have choice. Whether to sell the product or not to sell the product, the seller should have choice. That much freedom, free market should be there, so that both are having complete freedom to play their roles. Again, I am repeating, in exchange mechanism, there should be two parties. Two parties should exchange goods or services for in terms of in benefit to each other. That is, one is giving money, another one is giving a good or a product or a service. Then that such an exchange should happen in a free environment, an environment free from bias, coercion and any kind of force that is implied. Even the buyer should be free and the seller should be free to do the transaction. There should not be any pressure. The buyer should be able to make a choice of either accepting the product or rejecting the product. The seller should be able to sell the product or not to sell the product, should be the seller's choice. So that much freedom should be there. What and all did we understand in today's class? We understood the four important features of marketing: needs and wants. There is a difference between a need and want. A need is a state of deprivation, and need will make you unhappy, uncomfortable. But when you talk about wants, wants are culturally defined objects. We can say that wants are potential satisfiers of needs. Then creating a market offering quality, quantity, size, design, pattern, price, everything should be, it's a complete package. It's a very good, worth it. When we go for a movie and the movie was extremely good, comedy, entertainment, songs, scenes, action, everything, performance, everything was very good, screenplay, script, everything superb, then it's a super duper hit. That means paisa vasool, we say. Superb, 3 hours of entertainment, it was an excellent movie, right? That's called a market offering. Then customer value, perception of the buyer really is very important, because if the customer believes that the product is not very great, then it will not sell in the, he will not be able to pay that much of money that you are asking him to pay. He may reject the product. So you have to understand the perception. The product should be designed in a way that it matches the perception of the buyer. Then exchange mechanism, two parties, free from coercion, exchange mechanism happening. There should be a place or a center where the exchange mechanism happens, and there should not be any force on the part to the buyer or to the seller when such an exchange happens, right? So we'll meet in tomorrow's class. Thank you. Have a fantastic day. Dada Sham.